And Jay, we are ready to go. This one about to get underway. James to Danny Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort. Off the mark. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here's Leonard for two. Deep two there. Won't go. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Leonard. Finish that. Great dish to set it up. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Kyle Kuzma has got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Paul George to Leonard. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. George. Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second of 3 is good. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. LeBron James with the rock. Cousins. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down. And he hits the second. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. James to Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from long range. Good contest. Made it tough for Kuzma.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
LeBron into the front court. They trail by 2. To Cousins. Big finish at the rim.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
George to Leonard. George. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Davis to James. Jumper's good.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Driving right to the basket to Beverly. Gets a shot up off the mark.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Leonard to Beverly. LeBron James sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Cousins to James. Curling inside. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. George to the basket, but it won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Paul George. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Shot from the lane won't go. To George. Williams. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Here comes the screen. To James. LeBron James, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket. But he got that one to go.
Good sign that time, Jay, as they get one to go down. But now let's see if they can get a stop on the other end.
If you're looking at this game like you're looking at your week, it's the first quarter, which means that it's Monday. It's early. Just because you had a bad Monday doesn't mean you can't have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Were you the kind of person who always had that case of the Mondays?
No, it's always Friday, my friend.
That's the way to do it. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Beverly to Paul George. JaVale McGee with the block. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Dudley against George. It's LA Clippers ball. Fires the 3, and he knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
That is great vision to set it up. No, I missed a short one there. Leonard. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. And stuffs it home.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To George. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
To Paul George. For three. And Paul George nails it from downtown. From long range. Off the mark. To James. Knocked loose. James. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot. Well defended. To Leonard. JaVale McGee with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Clippers have got it. Patrick Beverly lays it in.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. LeBron James. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
To Leonard. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Minutes left in the second quarter.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Williams into the front court. Down 4 to Beverly. Leonard. Anthony Davis sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beverly to George. Williams. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Good look that time, but off the mark. George against Cousins. Nice pass to set things up. Patrick Beverly. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. LBJ has it. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Leonard. And scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
To Leonard. LeBron James tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Time expires to end the first half. The Clippers are out in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third.
I got ball.
Paul George. The pass taken away by the Lakers to Cousins. James. Clippers have it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Cousins. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Leonard. To Paul George. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's James controlling the offense. To Cousins. Rises for the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Add 2 points to the board. To Davis. Cousins to Kyle Kuzma. It's no good. Great defense.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. 3 for 3. Nice. LBJ to Kyle Kuzma. Going to launch beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Leonard. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Kuzma to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Knocks it down. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Danny Green, the pass taken away by the Clippers. Kyle Kuzma. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Shot by Leonard won't go. LeBron with it up top. His guys trail by 10. Leonard to George. Fires the 3, and Paul George good on the quick release there.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
In today's game program, the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Los Angeles Clippers, number 5.
It's James controlling the offense to Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3, Los Angeles Lakers.
Leonard.
Defensive foul to number 14, Danny Green.
Kawhi Leonard going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet.
Los Angeles
And hits the first free throw. Hits the second. One more coming. Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. Across the timeline comes James. His guys down big. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. To Paul George. Leonard. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Cousins. Not getting the bounce. Passed it off. Strong finish for Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Anthony Davis. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
George to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Leonard.
There you go. Watch my guy shoot right here, right here.
And hits at the line. Changes coming from both sides right now. Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. And McGee there for the rebound.
23, Louis Williams.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
That's the end of the period. It's been all Clippers so far. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ball game, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
James to Davis. Fires the 3. No good. Williams to Leonard. For 3. Hauled in by James. Kuzma. Down low for Davis. To James. Gets it in the right corner. Kyle Kuzma. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Harkless. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one. To Williams. Lou Williams. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Davis. Deep left corner. Caldwell Pope. Not going down here. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 15, DeMarcus Cousins.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams to George. Trying to cash in, and he drains it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of pass.
Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you come into my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
From long range. Paul George. He's going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Second to 3, got it. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. To Danny Green. Beyond the arc for 3. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Patrick Beverly. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. To Beverly. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Cousins. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Knocked loose. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. To Paul George. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Anthony Davis swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And count the basket.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip. To Davis. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. George. That's how you defend. To Caldwell Pope. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Leonard. Lakers have it. James. Cousins. That won't go. Leonard. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kawhi Leonard. Off the mark. LeBron James snatching it out of the air. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. Leonard to Beverly. Over to the right side. Goes to the left side. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to